today. From Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park, New York, this is Madden Football on EA Sports. We'll see Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills taking on Derek Carr and the Las Vegas Raiders.
Oh, they indeed love their football here in upstate New York as you get a look inside Rocket Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Buffalo Bills. Underway in Buffalo. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Play action. Now it's Allen. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Oh, wide open, complete. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. A huge play there right off the bat. 48 yards. Some early fireworks on the first play from scrimmage.
The last fireworks I saw, July 4th, okay? Here they are celebrating the start of this game the exact same way. Explosive right out of the gate.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. It's complete. He dials up Davis once more. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that will bring up 2nd down. So we just called his name on the previous snap, and they go right back to him, Charles, for a 2nd consecutive completion.
Yeah, I think what we're discovering on this drive is that he feels like he has answers no matter what defense you throw up there. He reads it, finds the open spot, and is available for the completion.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo. And 20 yards for Devin Singletary. And the Bills need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. 3 plays already in the end zone. That was quick.
We always talk about offenses understanding what they want to do before they go into a game, and they practice it. They have their script and the plays they want to open with. But defenses aren't just reactive. They have their own ideas as well. These ideas didn't get implemented very well. 3 plays and a touchdown already scored against them.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it was finished off by a Devin Singletary touchdown run. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out. And as the Raiders take over on offense, we get to see the man who has been the leader of this team for 9 seasons now. Under center, Derek Carr.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, our team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now a play fake. Carr. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Ed Oliver, that time the one to get in there and bring him down.
But they've been fighting and scratching and clawing for that first sack in the game, and it turns out to be a big one. Not just a short one right there behind the line. First one they get, 10-plus yards, and the guy who has the legs to escape most of these.
Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. Carr going to throw. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Davante Adams. 81 yards. And the Raiders are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. He's tough to contain as it is, but in man coverage with a pretty deep pass downfield, really tough to contain.
And it's so difficult because every play you've got to consider he might try and run past you. So your goal as a defensive back is to give him plenty of cushion, meaning lots of space between you and him. If he wants to catch the short stuff, come up and secure the tackle, hit him a bunch during the game, and try and keep him in front. But if you turn your head for a second, if your concentration wanes,
bye-bye.
He just takes off and goes, and I think that's what we just saw there.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the...
And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Stephon Diggs. 70 yards, and the Bills have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted, and now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Tyler Bass now for the point after. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One play drive and into the end zone for 6. to the touchdown. Bass to kick it away. Abdullah's going to stay put, and the drive will start at the 25. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
That's Gregory Rousseau getting in there to bring him down. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage, well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Now a first carry for Brandon to about the 25. It's a 7-yard gain that gets him back to the original line of scrimmage. 3rd and 10. Now right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Throwing his car on 3rd down. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Chandler Jones from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9. Well, he was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Allen going to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them, ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Allen now looks to throw. And the Raiders have got him. Andrew Billings coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
So now on 4th down, Sam Martin on to punt for Buffalo. On in at the 21. Nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Carr. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Well, that was his first target of the game, and it's going to take at least one more target to get him on the board. Took a nice substantial hit to jar that catch loose from him. Incomplete pass.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On play action, Allen. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the 1st.
Well, he and his offense were staring down what was likely a 3-and-out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they pick up the 1st. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. That's complete to Davis. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. As the drive continues, it's a 1st down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. Throwing now is Allen. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's 2nd down. Here's Allen. His throw incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Allen. He finds his man, complete. It's McKenzie. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 43. 12 yards on 3rd down as the drive rolls on. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 43. Now Allen. And his throw is incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Singletary trying the left side. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first.
No surprise to see his sideline fired up by that big play. Heck, we're fired up, and we're supposed to be neutral. That's a quarterback putting his body on the line to fight and just barely get the first down. When he does something like that, it gets everyone ready to lay it all out there and try and match his intensity.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Yeah, that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Max Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Back to throw. Allen, the pass underneath. Here's Hines with it. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. Tyler Bass out for the Bills field goal. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. The kick by Bass is good. And the Bills will add on to their lead. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about one-score lead, two-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. Throwing now is Carr. Man open is Keelan Cole, complete for 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 31-yard line.
The Raiders try to move quickly, try to get everybody back to the line. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
This is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Carr now to throw. And this pass broken up. Well, the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
I'll tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're going to get the football back again.
Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And they will take over 1st and 10. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now Allen. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. To the air, Allen on the slant. He's got Davis. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Allen to throw once more. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, That worked quite well for the defense.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Allen. And he'll get this underneath to Singletary. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. And that is caught. It's Davis. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Rocky Sin. And the Raiders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Absolutely a golden opportunity missed there to add to their lead and really cap off an impressive drive because they've got the advantage and plenty of time to add to it. But on the flip side, plenty of time for an opposing comeback as well. So when you have the chance to distance yourself from out so early, partner, you know you don't want to let it slip away.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. And he'll just burrow his way back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our downtown Orlando studios and this EA Sports Halftime Report. This one has been a hard-hitting affair to this point, and you gotta expect we'll see more of the same in the second half. And to bring the action your way, let's get it right back out to Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. This one fielded at the 5. Oh, a good return up past the 30. The Raider offense ready to go here to start the third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
On second down, Jacobs. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
And that's why you see a lot of teams that like to play 4-3 defense, especially against teams that run the ball really well, because you count on your defensive front, the tackles and the ends, to eat up the blocking in the offensive line and keep that guy in the middle clean so he can roam through the football and make a tackle. In this case, he introduced himself and said, "Hello, my name is Mike."
Carr now on first down. It's caught left side, Bolden. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down.
Plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They've got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage.
Looking to throw again on second down. Carr.
That one into the hands of Adams. It's a big play there for Vegas.
52 yards. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, "But don't fumble the football."
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. To throw, it's Carr. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders.
A pair of teammates at Fresno State connecting there. Derek Carr to Davante Adams. And the Raiders are back within a score.
He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on first and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Carlson on for the PAT. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. 5 plays there on that drive.
And Davante Adams able to finish things with a touchdown reception.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25.
So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half.
But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Looking to throw. Allen. And Davis has it over the middle.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory, right at the 40. Back to throw. Allen.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. So this offense moving the ball well, trying to open up a 2-score lead here in the 3rd quarter, but now potentially a play that could have big ramifications.
Yeah, you've driven the ball down the field. Things are looking up, but it takes just one bad decision to throw things off the rails.
Now after the INT, it's Carr.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Bills' 39-yard line.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. And that's complete to Adams.
And he is going to have the Raiders' 1st down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
That's not the first time they've looked his way when they've needed a big play. He's been the go-to guy all game long. And they get the hook up again on 3rd down to keep this drive alive.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To throw his Carr. And he'll find Moreau here.
Complete to Foster Moreau. Out of bounds at the 31-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. Now it's Bolden. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Play action. Now it's Carr. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play, and guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will tie things at 17 all.
Well, they're able to come away with the interception, Charles. They aren't able to move the ball all that much. However, they do get 3 out of it with a field goal.
Yeah, and anytime you do force a turnover, you have to come out of it with points. Everybody wants 6, but they'll take the 3 there. Now it's their opportunity to do it again.
(17-17) the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember, last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for things. Start to get more interesting here in the second half. Be able to run another play. Time has expired on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. A good gain on first has them set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They go right back to Singletary. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Rocky Sin. And the Raiders are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mears used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. On play action, now Carr. And that is incomplete.
He took a shot there, but boy, was that ill-advised from my viewpoint. Coverage was awfully tight. How did he get away with that one not being picked off?
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And the catch made by Johnson. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. From midfield, here's Carr.
The slant connects with Devontae Adams. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 19 yards. And the Raiders first down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Again, it's Carr. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Carr. Complete here to the right to Bolden. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Carr to throw again. Out to Cole on the right side. Touchdown Raiders! 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. So what a comeback here. They looked like they might be down and out not too long ago, but they have rallied back to take a 4th quarter lead.
And I think we've got to give them nothing but credit for figuring things out on the fly, because mentally they were on the ropes ready to go, and they hung in there. They made some changes and adjustments, and that led to some big plays, and it turned this game on its ear.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And here come the Bills. The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the 2nd half after a decent first half offensively. And they need their best drive of the game right here. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. He was looking for Isaiah McKenzie that time. That'll bring up 2nd down. Allen going to throw. There's Stephon Diggs for the catch on the slant. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. Finding Knox there, complete. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. To throw again on 2nd down. Allen going right back to Knox, and again a completion. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Allen. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Now Allen. He finds his man complete. That's McKenzie. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Brandon, it's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
First down now, but that clock rolling. Throwing is Allen. Taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Chandler Jones in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Here's Allen. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 18 yards there, and it'll be a first and goal. Well, they have had no answer for this connection all night long.
Hey, you just have to think in a 2-minute situation, that's got to be a concentration lapse. You know they're going to go back to him with the game that he's been having.
Short pass tip, but caught anyway. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Allen. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Got to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
This Raider defense not giving in. They'll try to hold once more on 3rd and goal. Now Allen. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
Singletary, they'll run for it. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. So 4th and goal, their head coach gave that offensive line one more chance to punch it in, and this time they were successful.
They certainly paid off the coach's confidence, didn't they? And how about the fact that they stayed with the ground game? Because a lot of times in that situation, partner, we see teams try and roll the quarterback out, give him a little run-pass option, and treat it like a 2-point conversion play. In this case, they went with a little bit more power and got it done.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter.